Just quickly, before we get into this video, the way I've done it is what I believe the fastest way to do it. There's probably some of you that have done it quicker. So what I've done is there's 3 maps that I used from a website called VG247, and they pinpointed all the locations, which made it a lot easier for me to find. I managed to do it in 3 hours. All of that sort of stuff will be explained during the video, but just quickly I want to show you the maps. There's 3 maps, and what I've done is, using my phone, I edited the pictures and did a little drawing to show you the route I took. Looking at them pictures, you'll see an arrow which shows you the starting point for each of the maps. They're also numbered 1, 2 and 3. So the timestamps that I've put in the description, say for example you were looking for, like, you take a look at the map, you see the locations, you find a dinosaur bone that you haven't got yet, and we're going to use the one that's up by Grizzlies East as an example. Say that is from the very start of the route, so from map 1, if that dinosaur bone location is along the line, so along the route, follow the route, if that is the 10th one that's along the route, that is going to be number 10 in the description. And I wanted to let you guys know, that's the reason I put the timestamps in, because it's a very long video. So I thought I'd quickly drop in before the video starts to explain that. And not only are the pictures of the maps at the beginning of this video, they're also linked in the description. I uploaded them to Imgur so that you can see them if you want to open them externally off the video. I hope you understood what I've just mentioned. I tried my best to put it across as clearly as possible. Let's get into the video. I hope you enjoy it. Right guys, welcome back to Red Dead Redemption 2. In this video we are going to be going through all 30 dinosaur bone locations as someone requested it in the comments. A few things before we get into this guide. It's only available after chapter 2. You must complete the story or use other tutorials that can be found on YouTube to get to New Austin, because some of the dinosaur bones are located there. This is a strange request for a lady called Deborah, and after completing chapter 2, when she becomes available, you will find her here. I've waypointed it on the map. It's just under the H in the Heartlands, which is to the northeast of Flatneck Station, just south of Valentine. Along with going towards your 100% game completion, there are 3 rewards you are going to receive for completing these dinosaur bones, like for emailing them off to Deborah. For 1 dinosaur bone, you're going to be awarded with a quartz chunk. 15, so half of them, is a skull statue. I've got no idea what that is, but we'll find out. And when you complete all 30 of them, you get a weapon called the jawbone knife, which we will also take a look at the end of the video. What I've done to try and make this as quick as possible is used a few maps off a website called VG247 that jotted down the locations of all 30, and I'll be showing you the order I believe is the fastest and like exactly how to do it the quickest, because it involves getting a stagecoach from town to town. So the very first dinosaur bone is exactly where we are, which is very, very close to Mount Shan, which is northwest of Strawberry. When you get to this section here, come down the dirt road, you'll see that I've already collected this one by the dinosaur bone drawing on the map. But follow the road down the little dirt path underneath the M in Mount Shan all the way to the bottom, and then just here, if we unpause, on this little ledge, you will find dinosaur bone number 1. Whilst we're travelling up to dinosaur bone number 2, I just want to quickly let you guys know that using Eagle Eye, which is clicking in both your analog sticks at the same time, is actually going to note where they are. You'll get a yellow, like orangey sort of glow. I can show you at this one because I haven't personally collected this one yet. Every single one of these are either on like a rocky sort of hill or like on ledges of mountains and stuff, so just be careful when you're collecting them. Okay, so this is the location for dinosaur bone number 2. You can see that I haven't yet inspected it. So stepping back a little bit, going into Eagle Eye, you'll see the yellowy sort of glow above them. And that happens for every single dinosaur bone to help you locate them. So we're going to inspect this one and move on to bone number 3. The location for the second bone is in between the W and the E in West Elizabeth. Literally on this dirt path, exactly where we're standing now, you will find that dinosaur bone. Number 3 was a little bit more annoying for me to find, But come into here on the map, which is a little bit further north. North of Strawberry, just to the northwest of Wallace Station. Come into here on the map. What we've got to do is there's a little hole underneath this like mountain. Crouching down and going in is going to get a little bit lighter as you get further in. There's literally nothing in here apart from the third dinosaur bone. Dinosaur bone number 4 can be located here, which is to the southwest of Valentine. If you come to this exact location, looking in front of you, if you go into Eagle Eye, you'll see the glow, and that is the 4th dinosaur bone. Dinosaur bone number 5 is very, very close on the west side of Valentine. If you come to this location here, all you have to do, Eagle Eye is just in front of you here, and that is dinosaur bone number 5. Number 6 is located just north of number 5, over the other side of the river from Valentine. And off this dirt path here, you just want to walk up to this area, and once you activate Eagle Eye, you will see the dinosaur bone on the wall. So that is now 6 down, 24 to go. Heading back over the river, up to the northeast, underneath the sea in Cumberland Forest, you want to come to this area here, and right in front of you, using Eagle Eye, you will find the 7th dinosaur bone. Dinosaur bone number 8, moving up towards Fort Wallace, just north of Cumberland Forest. This one is a little bit trickier to get to because it's on top of a massive mountain. The way I got here is follow this dirt path along until you get to the region border. You'll know when you're there because it's like an old train wreck. And the train wreck actually contains gold bars and stuff. There's a little, like, secret sort of loot. Follow the dirt path all the way along to the end. Come up along here, there'll be a path that comes up to the right. I think it's actually somewhere around this sort of area, because of the different elevation lines. But when you get on top of the mountain, come south down to here. And when you are here, if we slowly walk down here and along, if we don't slide off the edge, this one is really, really dangerous. Going into Eagle Eye, you'll see the glow for it, and over towards it you can inspect, and that is dinosaur bone number 8. You can also use this dirt path here and just come off to the right if you're coming from the north side of it, so over this way, and then it's kind of flat land, so you don't have to climb up the side of the mountain. Then just head down to here and grab the dinosaur bone. So heading over to the other side of Fort Wallace, up at Bacchus Station, it should be just south of this S. And I apologise for not being able to completely pinpoint the location, because I'd already collected this one before recording, as this is my second time round recording this video. But come into this area on the map, you should be able to just ride up with your horse. There shouldn't be any problems with that. And then when you get to the rough whereabouts, I believe it's somewhere here. It should be on plain land. It's not actually on top of any rocks or anything. But just come to the top of this like little hill, go into Eagle Eye, and it will show you exactly where it is. You'll see the yellowy sort of glow. So that is 9 of the 30 down, 21 to go. And next we're heading up to above the mysterious hill home. Number 10 is also another one that I had previously found. But heading up to north of the mysterious hill home, which is down here, just west of the bottom part of the eye in Amberino, come into this exact location where I am now. On this wall here should be the 10th dinosaur bone. Number 11 is north of the O in Amberino. And this one's nice and simple. From this main road here, all we want to do is come up to here. And this is another one that I had previously found. I did 5 of the 30 in the previous recording. But somewhere around here, I'm not entirely sure where because the dinosaur bones disappeared. But again, using Eagle Eye will show you exactly where it is. Taking a closer look at the map, you'll see the elevation lines, and it kind of like circles, and the circle comes in because of the height change. So in the very centre is where you will find dinosaur bone number 11. Number 12 is located here. Another one that I previously got is just to the west of O'Creag's Run, around the S of Grizzly's East. And this one is up right on the peak of this like mountain. And there was only one way I found to get up there, so I'm starting from the main road down here, and I'll show you the like rough sort of route that I took. So we need to look for the part where we can actually climb this mountain. So we're still on the front, like the south side of it. And I think it's round here. You've basically got to come around to the back of the mountain if you start on the south side. And I think it's up here. I can't remember exactly how I did it. Continuing up here, I believe it's up this way. Maybe not. Oh, actually, it might be up here. Okay, so we need to get round to this sort of area. And then move all the way along here. And you're going to see the peak over there in the distance. So we need to come back down to this area. I don't know if you can like climb up the mountain this way. But every sort of area I tried, other than the one we've just gone up, seemed to have like slid me back down. So this is the part I found tricky. I'm going to leave the horse there. I tried jumping across here, but I don't know if you can get stuck. Like if you fall down there. Actually, I'll do it just because this might be easier. If we can climb up this way. Yeah, we can. That's a lot easier than the way I did it. I did it from the other side and it was a lot of climbing and clinging onto ledges. But as you walk along here, I think it's right where we're standing now. Should be the 12th dinosaur bone. Moving a little bit south down the map from O'Creag's Run, just a little bit north of Emerald Ranch above the O in New Hanover. This location here behind this like cabin is where you want to go, and directly in front of you, nice and easy to access, that is going to be the 13th dinosaur bone. Moving back up to the north side of the map from New Hanover, the 14th is to the east of the O in Amberino. So if you come to this location, which is on the region sort of borderline, what we're going to do is climb up this little, I'm not going to call it a mountain, but up the top of here you'll see the glow in Eagle Eye, and that is the 14th dinosaur bone. Number 15 is just north of the E in New Hanover, which is a little bit southwest of Annesburg, over to the east of the I and the R in Kamassa River. This one I approached from this main road over here that I've just waypointed, and there's kind of like little stepping stones for your horse going down to the dinosaur bone itself kind of thing. So just looking back up there, you can see there's like little I'm going to call them stepping stones, but there's little ledges that your horse can land on safely. And then down here with the yellow glow, this is going to be the 15th dinosaur bone, and if you hadn't collected any before watching this video, you are now halfway through, and if you was to mail them all off to Deborah without collecting any more, you can now get the skull statue, whatever that reward is. We'll find out towards the end of the video. Number 16 is north of Annesburg, up here to the east of, in between the O and the A in Roanoke Ridge. In this exact spot where we are now, it's not too hard to access, but directly in front of us, going into Eagle Eye, this is the 16th dinosaur bone. And number 17, again I apologise that this is another one that I previously found, but this is the last one that I found before recording this video. So the last ones from here on, I will be able to show you exact pinpointed locations. But for number 17, it's just northwest of Van Horn Trading Post, which is over on the far east side of the map. and it should be somewhere around my waypoint. If I jump off the horse and head up there, again, Eagle Eye will show you exactly where it is. Obviously, it's not going to show me because I've already found it, but I believe it's somewhere up here. It's not too far in, it's very easy to access this one. And from the 17th one, if you're following the exact order I'm doing, we are now going to head down to the stagecoach at Van Horn and get the stagecoach over to Emerald Ranch, because our next one on the list, number 18, is down to the southwest of Emerald Ranch. So it just saves all that time travelling across from Van Horn over to Emerald Ranch. Okay, that's a very odd way to park your stagecoach when you drop me off. But cheers, mister. From Emerald Ranch, what you want to do is head down to the southwest until you get down to Dewberry Creek, which is north of the S in Scarlet Meadows. And up here at my exact location, if we climb off the horse, you are going to see Dinosaur Bone number 18. Just south of number 18, number 19, you are going to find under the L in Lemoyne. At this exact location, using Eagle Eye, this one's not too hard to find either. This is going to be number 19. Moving over to the west of L in Lemoyne, over here, just above the train tracks, is going to be number 20. So from this exact location, is right in front of us. And obviously, if you're in the surrounding area, you can't find it. Don't forget, click in both your analog sticks to use Eagle Eye, and you'll see the yellow glow for it. So that is 20 down, and we now have 10 left to go. Number 21 is underneath the R and the T in the Heartlands. Come down to this area, and when you're down here, Eagle Eye again, and inspect Dinosaur Bone number 21. For number 22, we're going to be moving just northwest of 21, under the R in the Heartlands, and there's an oil derrick here. And what we need to do to get this dinosaur bone is come underneath, and there's going to be a ladder. Walk up to it nice and slowly so you don't just fall in, and we're going to drop down, and then Eagle Eye is going to show it up. But there is a massive, what looks like the head of some dinosaur, I don't know. But that is Dinosaur Bone number 22. Okay, so we've found 22 of the 30 dinosaur bones, and now we need to head down to New Austin for the final 8. If you haven't completed the story, there is a way to get to New Austin, so to pass Blackwater, but I haven't covered that at all, so you're going to have to search YouTube for a video to do that. But for those of you that have completed the story, we're now going to ride up to Valentine. When we get to Valentine, we're going to get a stagecoach. Then coming all the way down here, we need to get a stagecoach to the town Tumbleweed, because that is number 23 somewhere down here, which I'll show you in a minute when we get there. So, the very first dinosaur bone down in New Austin is here on the map, and that's the reason we got the stagecoach down to Tumbleweed, because it's just underneath the L. So at this location, you are going to see at the edge of this mountain or like rocky sort of hill isn't hard to access at all. When you're here, Eagle Eye still works in New Austin the same as it does anywhere else. Nothing's changed. It's just location. But we're going to inspect this dinosaur bone, and that is 23 of the 30 done. For number 24, we are now moving up to northeast of Tumbleweed. It's around this sort of area, but I've paused it now because when you get to this section here, depending on which direction you've come from, there's no way up the mountain that I know of. I've not really searched around this sort of area. But up here is the only way I've found going up this road to actually access the very top. So you'll see there, that's the way you come up. And when we get right to the top, this is the first time I've ever actually explored this area. Aha, there it is. So if we can get around all of this stuff up here. On the floor in front of us, I'll show you the exact location. So it's right here in between the D and G in Gap 2 Fridge. This is going to be like in this circle. That is dinosaur bone number 24. Cheers, horse. Just run into a bloody train. For number 25, heading over to the northwest side of Armadillo, above Chollas Springs, right up here, exactly where I am now, which is also very close to Otis Miller's Golden Revolver. There is a separate video for that on the channel, but just here, going into Eagle Eye, you'll see that it's laying against the wall, and that is 25 down, 5 left to go. Dinosaur bone number 26 is over to the northeast of Armadillo, right where we are on the map now. You'll probably end up following this dirt path up, and if you've waypointed here, it's going to tell you to come around the inside bit and across. But just cut off to the left, follow this one up and around, and then when you get to where we are, right in front of you is going to be the 26th dinosaur bone. Moving down to the southeast of Armadillo, south of the I and N in New Austin. Right here is where you want to head to, and directly in front of you is the 27th dinosaur bone. With 27 down and only 3 left to go, we are now very south of Armadillo at a place called Rio del Lobo Rock. Here is the exact location you want to get to, and unpausing the game. Upon inspection of this one, we now only have 2 left until we have all 30. Dinosaur bone number 29 is southeast of Tumbleweed, so we've kind of gone in a little circle, and it's down at a place called Rio Bravo, which is southwest of Fort Mercer, and where we are on the map, just under the B in Bravo, as you can see here, Eagle Eye, there is the 29th dinosaur bone. 29 down, 1 to go. Number 30, the final dinosaur bone to collect, is in between the A and the U in Austin, right where all these circles of elevation are, exactly here where my player marker is. Eagle Eye is in the little like small grass bits. We are going to inspect it, and that is us done. So we now have to head to a post office. I'm not sure where the nearest one is, but you can see there, you've discovered all locations of the dinosaur bones and can now mail the remaining coordinates to Deborah from any post office. So we're back in Blackwater. We're going to go into the post office. We're going to mail all of the dinosaur bone locations to Deborah. So we're going to go into send mail. Okay, so we have the quartz chunk, which is for collecting 1 dinosaur bone. The skull statue, which is for collecting 15, so half of the dinosaur bones. And we actually got an invitation from Deborah. I thought we was getting a jawbone knife. And I'm not sure what you can do with the skull statue, but it's a statue made of a skull. That's what it looks like in the satchel. There's nothing else we can do with it. The quartz chunk can be used to craft a unique item at the fence. I believe that's one of the talismans. Okay, so we've made it to Furwood Rise. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen. Okay, so that's just completed the mission. I'm not going to show what happened. I'll leave it as a surprise for you guys. But Western Stranger, you completed 10 Stranger mission strands. Okay. There we go, Compendium updated, Jawbone Knife. Another achievement, I think my game's going to break. You completed one of the collectible strands. So this knife has half damage, like 2 bars of damage. It's melee, so it's got the same range as every other melee weapon in the game. A rare crafted knife made with a large piece of flint as a blade and the jawbone of a coyote as a handle. A reward for collecting dinosaur bones for Deborah MacGuiness, an amateur paleontologist located in Furwood Rise, Cumberland Forest. It's not really special. Like, there's nothing really to it. But it's a unique item. It goes towards the 100% completion. So that is going to be the end of the video, guys. I used the website VG247, I believe it is, for all of the locations. So what I'm going to do is link their post about it in the description. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you think this quest is worth it. Was 30 bones too much? And also, did you do it any faster? It took me roughly, I'd say 3 hours. So have you guys managed to do it faster? Let me know all the good stuff in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.